My daughter, Brundy, had a son who has struggled ever since he was born. My daughter was trying to find answers to his issues.
My son was born, and the nurse came in just kind of as a, double check to make sure he was breastfeeding correctly, and, she's basically said he's turning blue, and she grabbed him and ran him to the ICU, and they gave him oxygen, and that was basically the beginning. As a mother, you feel absolutely helpless, and there's nothing more important than the way your child feels, and when he's not feeling right, nothing's right. The neurologist was able to diagnose, low muscle tone. It's called setosis, which is when your eyelids droop, and weak scapular muscles, which is what holds your shoulders up for posture. The playgrounds, he couldn't climb up the ladders or swing on the monkey bars. After the medical community was not able to tell me what the solution would be, I began to observe Ca2 on a daily basis, a minute-to-minute basis, to notice when his symptoms got worse.
And in that search for an answer, she came across a very critical enzyme in the human body called calcium ATPase.
Calcium ATPase is an enzyme that works to regulate the amount of calcium inside the cell and outside the cell. Levels of calcium are critically important in the cells. When those levels are ideal, health is ideal. Dysfunction starts happening when those levels get out of balance.
As we get older, the production of calcium ATPase in our bodies starts to decline.
So there's ways that you can stimulate the enzyme, which is what I was looking for. I came across a substance called jasmonate, which was shown in the medical literature to stimulate calcium ATPase, but was not used anywhere in terms of an actual nutritional supplement.
Finally I said, well, look, Brundy, if this is so great, why in the world don't you have some made up so I can start taking it? Because I'm getting old too, and I'd love to have some.
Before he began to take the jasmonate as a baseline, he took a cardiac type stress test. Before he did the jasmonate, it took around 8 minutes for him to reach his maximum, which meant he could only work 8 minutes on the treadmill.
So then 2 weeks later, after taking it every day, I went back, and it took me 11.5 minutes. So after 4 weeks, I went and took the same test again. It took me over 15 minutes. I thought, wow, that's pretty impressive.
George Brody began telling me one day about some research that his daughter Brundy had been doing. It intrigued me enough that I went and looked at that research on my own, and the more I read, the more I became convinced that Brundy was really onto something very powerful. ReStor is a dietary supplement that uses an extract of the jasmine flower to improve and enhance the body's ability to create a specific enzyme called calcium ATPase. ReStor helps with muscle stamina endurance as well as recovery from exercise. It helps with sleep, it helps with pain, and is shown to work beautifully for bladder control.
ReStor has helped me sleep better, made my muscles stronger. I can do more repetitions of whatever exercise I'm doing, taking pain away from my muscles and joints and tendonitis, and enabled me in the most wonderful way to control my bladder, urgency and frequency.
ReStor has a phenomenal success rate. In my practice, the success rate is 94%.
I feel like we have something very powerful in our hands. I feel like we only know the tip of the iceberg of what it can mean.
We're learning more every day about what this product will do for us. I am so excited about ReStor. It optimizes the ability to be fully engaged in life, to be vital, and extract all the juice out of every day.